Look at this adorable VW. Wait, they're selling fruit out of it? You cannot get cuter than that. Welcome to Dan's on the Street. I'm Dan. Today we're going to be visiting a new country that we haven't been to yet. And a new city, of course, the city of Daegu in South Korea. I don't know too much about Daegu, certainly never been to South Korea. I'm excited to check this out. This is a big place, so we'll do our best to get a little glimpse at it, but you know the rhythm at this point. We're not going to see too much. But let's drop right in, see what we find. It's pretty well mapped. All right. We're on the street here looking at June 2018, so pretty recent. Already I kind of like this view. Isn't this nice with the trees? And I expected the buildings to be taller from that view above, and kind of like how low some of this is. Obviously there's a bigger tower over here, but already seems very interesting. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. What in the world is this? Some sort of, I don't know, does he have food in there? Is he delivering meals? Or she? That is most interesting. Looks like in the future they'll lose the person on it. It'll just be like a robot, I think, right? Wonder what this looks like. A travel store, maybe? Citizen tour, okay. Oh my, well, lots of very interesting shops here. Oh yeah, I could spend a lot of time just looking at all these interesting shops. They're all quite different from my day-to-day, what I see on the average day. So looking for things that seem familiar and things that seem quite different. Good number of people on scooters. Ton of people out and about. Kind of parking their scooters right on the sidewalks. Guess that's allowed. And all right here. Oh, there's an Apple logo. Interesting. This guy's got a cart full of stuff. Very interesting mixture of things here. Some English here. City Hall, Council. So you might be able to visit here as an English speaker and do just fine. I mean, obviously you can read this just fine. Daegu City Center. Okay. But obviously it would be helpful if you could actually speak the language. But clearly they know they must get a lot of English speakers here, which I appreciate. Looks like there's a train station here, maybe? Or a tunnel? Maybe a train station. Bakery. Oh, I'm loving how much of this I can read. I really appreciate that. Phone mart. There you go. Need a phone? No question about that. KFC. Goodness. KFC and Coca-Cola. They are, in my experience doing these tours, they are the single most dominant brand. 7-Eleven. Lots of Western brands doing just fine out here. Love the look of all these vehicles. Just a little different. Prius, not so different. Premium Chicken Cafe. Okay. Tons of eating around here. This looks like a nice part of town. This is kind of a fun-looking building. Oh, a theater. Oh, yes. IMAX. Okay, I'd go there. Interesting. Has the look of a theater, kind of. They must have them all stacked up in there. That's pretty cool. Good number of bikes out. Oh, here's another one of these. I want to think of them as robots, but of course they're not. They have a little steering thing on them, but they blurred out this guy up here. This lady survived. Yeah, a bunch of Hondas. There's Mercedes. Oh, no, she's blurred out. Okay. Interesting. We'll go down a few more streets here, and then we'll pop up maybe, and try to get a sense of this place. 2.5 million people here, so this is a big city. And it really sprawling too. Just how good does that food look? I want to eat there. Yeah, just really sprawling. Tons of high rises. Again, I'm kind of appreciating the height here. This feels very manageable. Sometimes you visit cities, virtually and in real life, of course, and the high rises are 20 stories, 30 stories. You crane your neck to see them, but here they're all looking like they're 12 stories, 6 stories, that kind of thing. That feels just a lot more manageable, especially in a city of a few million people. I don't know, just to not feel overwhelmed, maybe. This is interesting. Is that a religious structure or an elaborate bus stop? I can't quite tell. That looks religious over there. We'll head that way. Tons of shopping. A lot of really nice cars here, actually. I've been noticing that. Yeah, a lot of new cars, and pretty nice ones at that. Alright, there's definitely a church. And I'm gonna guess that's another church over there. Sure looks like a cathedral of some sort. Very readable signs. I appreciate this. I feel like just looking at the street here, knowing nothing about driving here in South Korea, I feel like I could handle this. Well marked. Even these blue signs. I get that. Although that police officer was sitting there, just ready in case you mess up. Huge intersection here. Oh boy. That being said, this does feel slightly overwhelming. But you follow the paths. It's a lot of lanes though. Here's a hotel. Beautiful light here. Construction. Yeah, a large number of churches here. I read that it's like 50% Buddhist, and then like 15% Christian, and then the remainder is non-religious and a mixture of everything else. But definitely a good number of churches here, I've noticed. Boy, oh boy. All right, here's some taller buildings. These all look like apartment buildings. Likely. Quite a stretch of them here. Look at this building. Look at all the signs on that. Oh boy. Alright. Now it's there to serve the people living in these towers. Wonder how much this cost. Like how much is rent here in South Korea? I have no idea. No idea. Oh, here's that whole development. And a Domino's pizza. Alright. Alright, let's pull below. We saw just a tiny bit of that area. Oh dear, this is a big place. Well, let's move around. Let's start up north maybe a little. It's interesting how the color changes as we enter, looks like the industrial part of town, or one of the industrial parts of town. A change of roofing materials or something. This looks to be housing, and this looks, clearly to be something else. Manufacturing of some sort. Real quick, let's drop in this street just to get a picture of that. I'm going to have to keep some of these drop-ins pretty quick if we're going to see much of anything. How cute is this alleyway? I like that. Pretty tight back in here. Seems to be an older part of town. These buildings all date back. Oh, I don't know. A good bit. Back to the 40s, 30s, maybe earlier. Well, some of them maybe in the 60s, 70s though too. Interesting. And then, okay, looks like there's a public transit comes through here. And then let's move up into kind of this. What's going on with all this? Okay. Definitely businesses. Yeah. Interesting. A lot less English up here. I don't think there's as much tourism in this district, probably. This is where people are working. Scrap metal. I recognize that kind of look, even where I live. Familiar sight. Yeah, I can't read too much of this. Very tight in here. Tons of stuff happening. It's a big manufacturing city. I read it was known for electronics manufacturing all the way back in the 60s. It was kind of one of the cities that was really moving with that stuff, and I'm sure still is today. Textiles, metals, all that kind of stuff. It's a big city for that industry, those industries. Let's pop over onto this bridge, maybe. There's a few rivers around. Oh, yeah, okay. Very lush through here. Pretty hillsides. And there's the city back in there. Okay, very pretty. I like those towers there. Nice look to them. Especially with the sort of mountains behind them. Buses. It's very hard to tour a city this size in the span of roughly half an hour, because I could definitely spend a few hours, you know. And you could really take your time. Obviously, you could spend years exploring the city. You know, many of the people who live here probably do. But I could easily spend hours on Google Maps just kind of looking at stuff and then looking at stuff closer. Like, what's going on back here? What's that about? Some old motor? I don't know. It's a little nosy maybe, but you know, it's the tool we have here. So, yeah. That being said, I'm going to try to keep this to roughly half an hour, just so people don't go crazy. And if I do a truly poor job, or if I just really want to see more, I'll be back, you know. But give me time. I haven't done a second part of one yet, but there's one coming, I promise. Yeah, big sprawling city, and then great hills over here. Tons of nature around. Great climate. I read it's known as like the Apple City, not for manufacturing Apple products, but for actually apples. It's just like great climate for growing apples. So, that's according to Wikipedia at least. It's a nice street. Colorful, bright. Love all these signs. Oh man. Very cool. Yeah, Mercedes is around here. Keep seeing a bunch of Mercedes. Great shops. Gallery. Big old city. I feel quite lost though, to be honest. Let's pop up one more time here. Okay, we're sort of moving our way around the perimeter of it. Loosely. Can we get up on one of these hillsides, I wonder? Let's see if we can see over the town. Can't quite see over the town. This is interesting up here. Is that a turtle? Okay. Not quite sure what's going on with that. Looks like there's farming here. Maybe. Yeah, much more rural up in here. Might not really be in the proper city up in this area. I was hoping just to get a view of things, but that might not be possible. Look at how well this is all mapped through here. Just zooming down the hill. Alright, I gotta get out. I was hoping to have a view over things, but that didn't seem to be happening. You can tell, big hill right there though. Alright, let's move to this side of things. Tons of big time high rises through here. Let's go along here maybe. Oh, this is another highway. Alright, Take two. Let's go over a street or two. Okay, more narrow streets. Interesting stonework here. Yeah, pretty tight. Again, it feels like the older districts had this look to them. They're just taking it all in here. So much of this script. Boy, I can't remotely read that. Remotely. I still want to try to. My brain tries to see it as words, but I can't. Looks like women's apparel. All right. Yeah, lots of shopping. You could spend days and years here just going into shops. Look at this cute little stuff. It's like window stickers, maybe. Tons of cutesy little things. Oh, there's a playground. Family-friendly area, I guess. Specifically, well, this neighborhood. It's got that kind of stuff. Let's see. Boy, oh boy. Okay. Some baseball fields over here. Yeah, I know baseball is a big part of the culture. Looks like they're building a highway here. I wonder if that's done. Oh, looks like it's not. I wonder if we can see it. Oh yeah, look at this. They're building it still. December 2018. Oh, that's going to be a major connection when they finish that up in a year or two, probably. That's wonderful. Now, what is this? It looks like police lights, but they're... I've never seen that before. Police lights just on a sign. Lovely drive along the river here. Looks like it's kind of fall. Let's enjoy a different season, maybe. Oh, nice and lush. Green. Very pretty. August. Yeah, this is nice. Very nice. Lots of nature, very close. It's super dense, but you're not terribly far away from really getting out into forests and stuff. Of course, this is all very well developed. Farming happening across the river here and down here. I'm not sure where the city fully extends to, but oh, nuclear power plant. I wonder if we can check that out. Interesting. Well, I guess it's somewhere back in here. Doesn't read as a nuclear power plant, but I'll take their word for it. Yeah, newer places. The city has grown dramatically, I read. It's grown tenfold since the Korean War, which it sounds like a lot, but that's crazy growth. Look at these new buildings. It's pretty wild. I mean, imagine what the city you live in. I live in a city around, let's say 300,000. I don't know, 10x in 50, 60 years. I cannot imagine what that would be. That would just be, how would that work? You'd have to just build everywhere. And that's what happened here. It must have just spread like crazy and filled in every gap. Big stadiums here. Can't quite get near them. Oh, it looks like it's... Oh, that's interesting. Stadium kind of look like baseball, maybe. Most unusual stadium, though. It's sort of sunken down. And then this place looks like a more traditional field. Oh, I guess it's... Well, I guess it's a multi-use stadium. Probably. This is kind of cool, though. It's like sunken down. Giant... The World 83 Tower. Uh-oh, this looks exciting. Let's see if we can get up there. Whoa, okay. Oh yeah. I think we're up in it. Maybe? Not a great quality of photo, but I think we're kind of up inside this tower. Here they are comparing it to other similar buildings. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure which one they're saying we are in here. This one? This one? Maybe this one. Can't quite tell. Sky jump. Okay, they got some activities you can do up here. That's pretty neat. Let's see it from below, maybe. Alright, where is it? Okay, there it is. Oh, yeah. Pretty big. Yeah, quite large. Probably, yeah, I don't think it's like the biggest or anything, but that's definitely a significant tower. Great place for viewing stuff. Seeing the city. Good place to check out. Sky Station. What does this say? Goodbye. Okay, goodbye tower. Alright, so not sure what that's about. Interesting. This looks like a fun district to visit, though. Oh yeah, all kinds of fun happening here. Nighttime activities. Okay, so that must be what it is. You can take a rail or, some sort of cable car up to it, down the hillside. I was wondering if that's what I was seeing. That's kind of neat. Yeah, definitely check that out. A little touristy, but if I was visiting, I would be a tourist, so you gotta do some of that touristy stuff. You got to. This looks like Disneyland here, kinda. I think that's what they're going for a little bit. This definitely seems like a fun area here. Oh yeah. This looks like a fun part of town. Something about that. Just being near that stuff. I don't know. Signs are very fun. Stores full of colorful boxes. Who knows? All very colorful. Good number of people out. Yeah, definitely public transit here going down. I think that, or else these are bridges connecting underneath. Or tunnels connecting. I mean, not quite sure. I assume public transit of some sort. I saw they have a monorail, which is cool. This would be a neat place to visit. Oh, there's that tower back there. I would really feel... There's some parts of the world that... There's some parts of the world that I know a good amount about. I could hold my own on Jeopardy. Not really. But I could do okay. But there are parts of the world, specifically like in Asia and, South Korea, where I just know painfully little about their history. Certainly their history prior to 1940 or something, or certainly 1900. I couldn't name a single leader, any great battle. I know that I am lacking in knowledge about so much, and that includes Korean history. So, that being said, it'd be fun to visit and really just spend some time and learn about it. This looks so neat in here, this shopping street. Just really kind of dive in, go to the museums, really look into the culture and history. I would enjoy that immensely, and I'm sure you'd learn a lot. Pretty quickly, you could get some of the main players, some of the big chapters that unfolded over the last few hundred years. Interesting. Another kind of fun market down there. You just wander in there, it looks like, and have a good time. Who knows what they're selling? I can't quite tell. Market. Go to the Cham Mart. Is that open 24 hours a day? Is that what they're saying? My oh my. That seems unnecessary. These trees look amazing. Well trimmed. Yeah, and really great street here. This seems like a nice street to check out. Food. Yeah. Cool place. All right. One or two more places, and I gotta wrap this up. I know we haven't seen too much of it, but time's running short. Let's see. How about this area here? Well, let's see. Middle school. Let's go down this main street kind of here. Looks like a main street, right? Oh yeah, great street. 3 lanes wide. Interesting tower. Look at this adorable VW. They're selling fruit out of it. You cannot get cuter than that. That's awesome. Huh. So many great shops. This is really neat. Some of these ones, though, I'd be nervous to walk into. Probably most. All right, coffee shop. I'd have no issue walking in there. I think I could pretty confidently order what I want without speaking any of the language. Music bomb. I could probably get an instrument there. All right. Cafeteria. All right, I could get, that's, food. Yeah. More food, I think. We can figure this out, right? We should not feel so intimidated by it. Yeah. Pretty cool town. Alright, one last place. Oh, this has been fun. Again, I could spend many hours here. This is a really neat city. Really just, yeah. Really a good one to explore. I love visiting a town that I know almost nothing about. I say almost. I could remove the almost. I don't know anything about the city. So this is just a joy to check out. Selling some bikes here, it looks like. Yeah, buy a bike. How much could that be? And bike around town. Could probably sell it back to them. This is neat. Piano Academy, Music Academy, I guess. Oh, we just zoomed quite far there. More coffee. They like their coffee here. I think I'd fit right in. Cafes. Look at this manufacturer. Or they're building some house here or something. Maybe it's related to that new building. Tight place to do construction in this city. Daegu. I hope I'm saying that right. Daegu, something like that. Daegu. Well, that was really interesting. I'm sure I missed so much of it. If you live in Daegu, let me know what I missed, and I'll come back and check it out. For now, though, I'm going to add it to my map. Daegu, South Korea. That was wonderful. All right. I will be back to South Korea soon, I do promise. Lots of interesting cities. want to visit some of these port cities and all around. And then eventually, we'll get to Seoul. Don't worry. We'll see a lot. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of my other ones. I was in Japan recently. Sendai. Oh, that was great. Nantong, China. That was pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. All right, till next time.